And we are live. Everybody should hear us now. That weird kid just subscribed.
Oh,
Woo,
boy.
3 months. Let's go. Nice. Nicely
Damn
done.
kids and
I
their
don't want anything
weirdness.
to do with that guy.
Nope.
Egg yay. All right. Guys, this is it.
Hey, everybody, it's me, the baby.
This is it.
What's the worst that could happen? Hopefully
That's
everybody
the
is
best
out
thing
there
to
can
happen.
hear us okay. I don't I see one
Everybody?
person watching on
Sometimes that's
Although
what
if,
happens.
yeah, I
True.
don't see any
Is anybody
chat.
out there?
Is there
Hello?
anybody out there?
Bueller?
Sometimes people just don't want to listen to
There
us.
Bueller?
is Phoenix. Okay, good. Thanks, Phoenix, because I wasn't getting the Twitch chat, but
nod
now
if
it
you
looks like
can
it's coming
hear
through.
me.
Bye.
Bueller?
Is there anybody home?
All right. All right, guys. Let's get rolling on this, baby. Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is Case 13, Iris. I am Jeremy, keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a role-playing game filled with cosmic horror, existential dread, and the mocking sing-song voices of ghostly twins who call out at you at the end of a long corridor in an otherwise empty hotel. Come play with us, Danny.
I can't remember what they said.
Forever and ever.
Damn twins.
Till
Question is, which one is the real twin and which one is the fake twin?
Mm-hmm.
Your investigators of the unknown are Gabe as Roy,
Wait. I thought I was second this week.
The script says, can we start over?
Matt as Rocky,
Oh, man, I thought I was first. This totally ruins everything.
and Brian as Pippa.
I'm Pippa as Brian.
Oh, shit.
And I'm
Turnabout
first.
is fair play.
That's right.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah. Stuff.
You know, we're doing.
I'm one small box of Junior Mints down and drinking some peppermint tea to
Oh,
wash
my
that down.
God.
That's what I was going to say, but okay.
Sorry, I stole your thunder.
Thunder.
From down under.
From down
Thunder.
under, baby.
Lightning for the
Oh.
thunder.
Rip detox.
All right, listeners, if you would like to write us a love note or some hate mail,
Ooh.
send us a letter from beyond. We appreciate the love notes, though. On our website at lovecrafttapes.com. And we do have one letter tonight, which is very nice. Appreciate
The letter
this.
L. Come on, the letter L.
You were
I was
close.
hoping
It's
for
actually
F.
the letter J, which I'm perfectly fine with.
Yeah, that's good.
I have plenty of J's to go around. You know what I'm saying?
Gross.
You holding, Gabe?
Junior
Oh,
Mints.
a lot of
Mints.
J's.
So many J's. This is from Jarrah, who you may recognize via our website, who says, I found this podcast by accident, looking for something to fill my Lovecraftian needs after my usual Lovecraft podcast ended. I usually don't like real play podcasts, would rather be playing myself, but this struck a chord. The lore keeper does a great job in setting the scene, and the players fumble through magnificently, managing to move the story through both successful roles and horrible ones. All in all, good storytelling, nice Lovecraftian suspense, and a sense of humor that I kind of vibe with. Having found it relatively recently, I've binged the entire show, cramming several years' worth into several months, and you can really notice the improvements in quality over the years. Better audio quality, good use of sound effects, audio effects in post-production, and so on, which I assume are partly funded by Patreon donations, so well worth the cost. The quality of play has gone up as well. The players have always had a range of quick one-liners on hand, which I like, but have managed to dial that back a little in order to promote the overall story, which is well worth listening to for straight-up Lovecraft suspense. Characters are more rounded out now, and their interactions seem character-driven rather than player-driven, building after each episode to make them realistic characters rather than caricatures played just for laughs. And there are plenty of laughs. For anyone starting on the Lovecraft tapes, I really recommendo starting from the first season to pick up on all the one-liners that have become running gags. It'll make a lot more sense that way since some of them need context. Taco fish. My Patreon donation seems a great little investment in a style of podcast I traditionally avoid like plague. Nice work.
Thank you very much, and thanks for noticing my roundness.
Yes,
I've been working on it over the years.
I'm working on it. Yes, appreciate that, Jarrah. Very nice words there. I will mention also that Jarrah was not a fan of our Discord interactions. Not from us, but from just the general vibe of it. So to each their own. I understand.
That's fine.
Yeah, the Discord can be an interesting place with a lot of divergent viewpoints.
So it was 1 out of 5 stars, you said?
No stars on this one, just some very nice words. Which
no stars.
No stars, 0 stars. No, thank you, Jarrah. I really appreciate the
that is
the thought
awesome.
you
Thank
put
you.
into that.
Thanks. We appreciate
Appreciate you.
Yeah, we love you. All right,
Wow.
this
like you as a
show.
friend.
It's taken a bit far. I mean,
I love you. These
I like him
guys
as an
are on the
acquaintance.
fence.
Jeremy loves lamp.
They need a lot of wooing, so just
Oh.
All right.
What is this? The Sims?
Also, a gentle reminder that if you would like to chat with us in real time, join our Discord server. Some people like it. at discord.lovecrafttapes.com. Today, where Matt likes to post experimental beat poetry set to the tune of the Battlestar Galactica theme song. Take it away, Matt.
That one was all about the silence and of space and the deafening loneliness of loneliness. What did you guys think?
I loved it. In space, no one can hear you beat. All right. This show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/lovecrafttapes, and it's time to thank those folks. So I've compiled a list of all our beautiful Patreon people, so thank you very much to Jordy Rose, Barry Robeson, Etulia, Brittany Davis, Elizabeth Grieve, Chris Parker, Brownie Davis, Yasmin Amber, Kyle Sherman, Huge Pie, Jefferson Bell, Eric Zane, Oldo Polkert, Mitch L., Lobster Johnson, Frank Delventhal, Amanda Power, Harold, Eric Phillips, Malambra 57, Snow, Wouter Vermeyen, Andrew Petty, Daniel Caprone, Beefcake, Dom Driver, John May, John Scarcella, Phil Dickinson, scrolling down, Robert Jameson, Boston Harbor Horror, The Frilled Shark, Flix Capacitator, Eric Setterberg, Yogg, Liz Moonberry, Stephen Gregory, Ripley Iwan, Discordiant, Davinia Von Zarevich, Sheldon Warner, Chainsaw Unicorn, Captain Vashton, Peter VDB, Little Rowan Plays, A.E. Jonesy, Marty Dixon, James Brown, Inepsis Astardist, Gregory Schmucker, Shane Stoley, Ruined Ashes, Brindle Stubbs, Matthew, Horst Draper, scrolling down, Rolling Boxcars, Manic Bee Media, Prophet of Woe, Kevin C., Jeffrey Young, Bifford, Ba Tran, Casper Rybeck, David Winterman, Alexandra Kroska, Holden Omans, Tien Tai, Phil Campbell, Justin Levesque, Nicholas Hutto, Phoenix Black, Puddle Time, John Konopasek, Mick Cope, Kevin G., Robert Lamb, Jehovah's Thickness, Stephen L., Tomas, J.R., J. Clark, Benjamin Webb King, and Seraton, Wizard of Isinglass. Thank you very much for all of your support, straight on down the line, from top to bottom. You guys are the best. Don't ever change.
Don't ever change. Keep
Never
changing.
stop.
Goes on.
Never
You
stopping.
should change sometimes.
Unless you want to change the amount of money you're giving us on Patreon to give us more,
Then
we
by
can
all
change
means,
that.
change.
In other words, you got some change.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't go changing.
But give us your change in
Change
the
to try and
Patreon.
please us, please.
All right,
Just
guys.
don't go chasing those waterfalls. Make sure you stick to the rivers and the lakes that you are used to.
That's true.
That's no more report.
Left eye.
Before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break.
Quick.
There
See how
it
quick
is.
it is. So
Four.
tonight, Brian is going to be presenting automatically because he's got a great idea.
The commercial.
And let's see if I can get underneath the 4. Actually, I got to go find my.
I'm not going to be presenting, Jeremy.
95.
Presenting.
Hey, under normal rules, me and Matt
84.
would be doing it together.
I know.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
excuse me.
Whoa, Gabe.
Whoa,
I rolled an
that's
88.
TMI.
We saved that for the after hours
That's
show.
TM.
I don't.
You're right.
All right,
We saved
Brian.
that for the Matt and Gabe show.
There you go. A little behind the scenes, a little inside baseball.
Little inside,
Outside baseball.
big outside.
Big brim job. All right, go ahead, Brian.
It was a big brim job. It's really into wide hats.
So it's to Gabe.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, me.
Hey, you.
Me?
Oh, yeah. Come here a minute.
All right.
I saw you looking in that GNC health store. What are you
Yeah,
looking
they
to
have
do?
good health products.
Looking to lose a little bit of pounds, maybe?
Are you calling me fat?
Cut in those little muscles. Yeah?
I like where this is going.
Come closer.
Okay, I really
Not
like
that
where this is
close.
going.
I got a pill for you. No, it's not drugs. I mean, it's drugs. But it's not drugs.
Wait.
I can guarantee every week you will lose a pound as long as you want. How does that sound?
Sounds pretty good.
Ooh, sounds really good.
Can you guarantee I won't gain a pound every week?
I can.
Okay.
You can eat as much as you want, and you will lose a pound of flesh every single week. There's only one catch. We will send you a self-addressed stamped envelope for you to put that pound of flesh in and send it back to us so we can analyze it, for testing. Make sure that our pill's working right.
Are stamps included?
Yeah, on the envelope.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Don't lick the stamps, though.
I was pretty
We don't have
worried.
those perfected yet. So as long as you'll sign this 83-page form, these pills are free. We'll send you enough to get started. You can get your first 6 weeks out of the way, see how you like it. And then we'll send you some more if they're working for you, which they'll work for you.
6 weeks. That's about
11
31
pounds.
pounds.
6 pounds, yes. Does that sound good? You want to try it?
Yeah, I could lose 33 pounds.
All right.
But 34 would be too much. I'm not going to lie.
True. That's true. So go ahead and sign here. Don't worry about all this, just legal mumbo jumbo. Here's
Just
your
give me
first.
the page I have to sign.
Yeah, I'll just lift up the whole thing for you, right there at the end. Right
Okay,
there at the
good.
end. Careful, it's gonna get your fingers.
Wait, do you got one of those like colorful pointy sticky notes that tells
Look, I'm
me where I
holding
have
the
to
clipboard, your pills, and the papers up, dude. You sign it.
It sounds like you don't really want my business.
Hey, I don't need it. I've got tons of people I can give this to.
All right, you've sold me. You telling me that you don't need it makes me think that that you are important and that I should do this.
All right. Well, here are your pills. Go ahead and take your first one now. I want you to want to see that experience on your
I'll
face.
take 6 right now.
Oh, yeah. I probably should mention. You don't want to take more than one
It's
per
too
week.
late. I just took 6.
Okay. Yeah, we might have an issue. Let me go get the bucket. I'll be right back. Just hold yourself together.
That's going to be difficult.
You too can get your pound of flesh pills from HW Industries.
And we're back. What'd you guys think of that product under service?
It's a very, very meaty advertisement. You really felt you could sink your teeth into it.
Mm-hmm. A little bit liquefying near the end.
Luckily, you're wearing your brown pants.
Meaty.
I like the part where they sold stuff.
What did you think, Jeremy?
I once sold that product under service to Lorne Green over the phone on a cold call. Being a polite Canadian, he was very nice and bought several cases, but I never found out what he did with it all. Several years after he died, I snuck into the cemetery where he's buried and dug up his grave just to see if he'd taken it with him to the hereafter. All I found was a coffin full of Alpo dog food. So I imagine Lauren Green is still out there hiding from the public after faking his death, laughing and enjoying that product in their service on a beach in Mexico.
As a skeleton.
Skeleton warriors?
Lauren Green, green card.
It's made of people. Wait.
Just like Alpo.
Soylent Green?
Before we venture
Card?
forward, let us briefly review your Diary of the Dead.
Diarrhea of the Dead.
Diary of the Dead.
Ooh, diarrhea of the dead.
Boom, boom, boom. So this should be very quick and easy and simple. What is the artifact, guys? Give me a straight up answer.
It is we have two options. It's either a weapon against or a weapon for the evilness.
So
We're
would you
not
say
sure
that makes
yet.
it a weapon?
It's a weapon. And for my other question, what is love?
What is
Baby,
love?
don't hurt me.
Baby, don't hurt me
I'm gonna.
no more.
I know you are.
Yeah, so it is a weapon. Obviously,
Yep.
it could be a weapon.
Right.
But as Maria disclosed, and also Rocky surmised, this thing needs to be destroyed, and we'll get to that here in a bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but that is an important plot point from the
Cool.
previous episode. So whatever it is, it could be something that it needs to be destroyed, but it could be used for, as she said, the polarity could be changed from good to
Oh,
evil.
that's right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So where was Charles going to meet Samantha in NYC? That was the other objective or question that you needed to answer.
He wasn't going to meet her where he was found. Where were
no.
they going to meet?
Yeah, no, he originally
Yeah.
he was going to meet at the hotel, probably,
At
right?
the hotel. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Odebrady.
But somehow he got lost on the way there, and
Yes, I believe from the journal pages that you found, Roy,
yeah.
it was made explicit that he was enticed, tricked
Yes.
into
by
the tunnels
Marigold.
by Marigold.
Yep.
That's the piece of the puzzle that
He trusted her at one point, I believe.
Correct.
I choose to
Yes.
think he got lost. People lie in
I
paper
must
all the
get
time.
lost.
How'd I get down here?
This isn't the
Yeah.
hotel.
Just one quick question. Did Sam know about the elevator in the house?
You don't know.
Right. Well, I was just wondering how she would find that message from him if she didn't know about the elevator.
Correct. So,
Oh.
assuming that he may have, I mean, what do you surmise?
Well, either that or he didn't have it fully finished. Like maybe he was going to leave it on the counter or something, a recording, or send it to her phone or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then
The
he
super weapon to
never
destroy
did
the
it.
bad guys is on the counter next to the toaster.
not
Thanks.
the weapon, the message. The message he left.
So I think it's pretty obvious that, yeah, she would have known.
Okay.
She would
I
have
just
known about
wasn't
the
sure.
Batcave. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he clearly recorded that video message to
Right,
deliver
yeah.
to her, and fully expected her to be the one to play
find it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sam, blah, 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 blah.
Nobody else would have known how to get
Okay,
down
okay.
there. So that has to be the case.
Just got lost on his way to Herb's store. Herb's.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yep, it happens.
It's
Damn
okay. It happens to
TripAdvisor.
the best of us.
And then, so the final question and objective was essentially, is Charles hiding out in New York City somewhere?
Yes.
In a manner of speaking.
Yep.
His spirit will always be with
Not
us.
all of him, but yeah, some of him.
Hello, T. Philip
Right, Roy?
Rex. We are in the meat of it. So
I mean,
we're just going
I mean,
over
he's
the
still alive.
Oh,
That's
don't
what
say
I've heard.
me.
Yeah, baby. So yeah, okay. I think that's good enough. I think going forward, just so you know, I'm trying to work out a different way to do this Diary of the Dead. I don't think it's completely successful, and I don't think it makes great content. for an audio podcast.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to figure something else out for that.
Doing sign language next time.
I do like the idea, and chat. You can let us know if you like this idea as well. But I did briefly mention to Chris Parker that I was thinking about using Google Jamboard as a means of doing sort of like an investigation board.
Oh yeah.
Where you can do like not necessarily, it's the same style as like adding yarn and to connect things up. But on a Jamboard, you can actually take little Post-its, and jot down your clues and then move them together as you figure out the connections and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I prefer Google Jelly Board to Google Jam Board.
Jelly board.
It's a personal preference, though.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a
a
good
jelly
question.
guy.
Are you a jelly or a jam person?
I'm a jelly person.
Marmalade.
You
Which is
suck.
jam? Isn't marmalade jam?
I would say it's a preserve, right?
Or yeah.
Of sorts.
Yeah.
I'm a natural
Marmalade?
preserves
Mhm.
type of person.
Yeah, I don't really like
You said that with such disdain,
preserves,
Gabe.
but yeah, I'm more of a jam person.
I like a
Gabe is
jam.
all about the artificial preserves.
I think there's more care that
Guess
goes
what?
into
It
a
tastes
jam.
better. I don't
It's-
care about how
it's
much
the
care
sugar.
is put into it.
I don't like orange marmalade that much, but I love kumquat marmalade.
Whoa,
Yeah, of
hey.
course you would.
I do.
This is a
I love it.
Christian Minecraft
Or
podcast.
rhubarb.
Oh,
Rhubarb
no, it
marmalade.
isn't.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, I was just very curious about that.
Jeremy hates
So,
rhubarb.
anyways, if we were to do that sort of thing, there would be a way that the audience, the chat, could actually see you guys moving and adding things.
Patreon privilege? What?
So we'll see what happens with that. It's just an idea I'm kicking around, and we probably need to do a test run of it. So yeah, Google Murder Board. We'll see if that works out. But anyways, in the meantime, now, dear investigators, we play Case 13, Tape 11, Pistol Whipped. That's PISTIL.
Oh.
Oh, that's okay.
Piss
then.
till when?
Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. Beneath the city streets of New York City. I don't know why I said that. Beneath the streets of New York City, the dark pulse of an ancient evil throbs with black blood and an insatiable hunger for human flesh. Roy and Pippa, unnerved by finding Charles Blaine's corpse picked clean at the abandoned 76th Street subway station, hurriedly patch themselves up before ascending an elevator shaft to what they hope will be salvation. Zounds! Rocky discovers Diamond Dave's doomed fate, putting the poor man out of his misery, then escorting Maria in hot pursuit of Marigold Odabrati through subterranean sepulchres to recover the artifact. Thunderation! Can our spelunking sleuths eventually emerge from beneath the concrete jungle unscathed, or will an ill windflower blow them all away? Peer with me now, and wonder no more, as our case draws to its unpredictable conclusion. No cry. There's no
I'm
cry.
gonna
in
make some
baseball.
predictions.
No woman, no cry.
Investigators.
Yeah.
Together and separately, you've been in some strange and compromising situations before. But this might take the cake. As your handheld lights ping-pong off the tunnel walls, flashing from your compatriots emerging on the other side of the cavern, to the woman holding the scepter artifact in the center of the large chamber, to the gray-skinned ghoul even now poised to attack, you're filled with a sense of encroaching doom. Howls resound, echoing throughout the space and getting closer. The time to act is now. Roy. Despite some first aid, the bandaged wound you received earlier throbs painfully, a pulsing reminder of your mortality. Behind you are Pippa, who casts fearful glances back the way you came, and Choo Choo, who clings to his Luger with both hands like a life preserver. Across the way, Rocky seems ready to spring into action, and it looks as though he's brought along a friend. Hopefully, she's helpful in some way. In your hand, Trilby rests comfortably against your palm, even if there are only 4 rounds left in the 6-shooter and none left to reload.
That can't be true.
In your other hand, the flashlight expertly assesses the situation, picking out potential targets. Both the Dogman thing and the woman holding the artifact are about 20 yards away, just outside the range of your firearm, making any shots you fire a bit risky at this distance. What will be your first planned move?
I'm going to turn off the flashlight.
So imagine this will be, what is your first round of action going to look like in your head? What's your plan? What are you going to do here?
Well, I feel like I need to do a maneuver because I need to make these 4 rounds count.
Line them up.
Yeah.
Could you move a little to the left? A little to the left? No, a little more to the left.
And hold.
Everyone say bullet hole.
To go against your desire for more action.
I'm
Gabe is
running
going to trust.
the other way.
Just have a thoughtful conversation with the opponent. Maybe talk things out.
I think that playing a defensive role right now is probably the best thing. So, is there anything near me that I could sort of like roll up and get behind?
You tell
And
me.
that way-
Sure.
Okay.
Just
There's like a
Satisfies
barrel.
Stalagmite
Bus.
There's a barrel
cave.
that's set up there.
Okay.
And I'll sort of do a roll over there. That way I can catch my breath for a moment, and that way I know I'll only have to defend. I won't have to defend from all sides if need be. Just put me in a better position.
Okay. So we'll say that the barrel would probably get you within range. You could, if you're
Okay.
gonna like sort of dive and do a roll on the ground and pop up crouching behind this barrel.
Perfect.
Oh, thanks. Okay, sounds good.
Perfecto.
So
That's what I had in mind.
That is your plan.
But
Yes.
I'm not the game master.
Please roll spot hidden.
Okay.
But you are the master and commander.
Oh, there's no barrel.
Needed a 75. I got a 30. That's a hard success. There's
Right.
6 barrels.
That will come into
And they're
play.
all red and have a
Oh,
triangle on them.
And you hear the distance. Mm.
You get behind when you hear like a wick going to blow up.
John Wick. Thank
And
God
then
you're
I'll
here.
light
Pull Donkey
cigar.
Kong and start chucking
I know.
barrels.
Who's Chuck? All right.
Oh,
So
No, Chuck's dead.
that will come into play here in just a moment, Roy. And we're going to move on to Rocky.
Whoever thought that Roy would
what?
play
I'm here
defensively?
too.
Are you?
No.
Rocky. Truth be told, you're a bit shocked to see your brother and Pippa at the far end of the cave. And you can only assume the older gentleman with them is the one and only Choo Choo McGee. Hopefully, the old codger can handle that pistol because you have a feeling you're going to need all the help you can get. In the soft luminescence of your phone's light, Marigold Odobrati's eyes shine, much like that of the ghouls at her side. The blazes? You have a sinking feeling that the infamous MRGLD might no longer be quite the human she once was. Still, if Maria is correct, your main goal here is to destroy that scepter at all costs. You heft the Walther PPK, realizing your quarry is just outside your gun's normal range for a decent shot, what will be your opening gambit?
I'm going to shoot these conveniently placed red barrels. Oh no, Roy was back there. Oh, how terrible.
Damn it.
So I'm going to first quickly turn back to Maria and be like, I need you to find somewhere safe. Just back up into the tunnel a bit. You just stay put safe. And I'm going to kind of just gently push her back towards where we came in, just to try and get her off the field so it's one less variable to worry about.
Okay.
And then I'm going to strafe around Marigold. I'm going to strafe to the right and circle in just enough to get within weapons range.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So moving in essentially into the cavern, a bit closer, but sort of clinging against the wall. Right? Strafing?
Yeah.
Unoriginal.
Gotcha. Okay. Great. Please roll psychology.
There it is. I needed an 80. I rolled a 41. That's a success.
Okay.
They're right in the same room.
Ghouls everywhere. Pippa. Despite the sounds of approaching enemies from behind, you feel a surge of excitement from somewhere deep inside, and that new sensation of power coursing from your mind to the tip of your tongue. Adrenaline sharpens your sight, so you're able to clearly make out the figure of Maria standing behind Rocky about 40 yards away. In fact, though faint, you begin to hear her voice inside your head, chanting some long-forgotten language that is still eerily familiar. Had you heard your father uttering those same phrases one late night when you were very young, he in his study with a glass of bourbon, and you peering at him from behind the staircase handrail, clinging to a Barbie doll and trying to emulate his slurred words? The memory rises like a beacon, and you're suffused with an inner light even as the strange woman holding the artifact begins to exude a dark, tendrilled aura. Calmness steals your nerves, and you're overcome by an insatiable desire to demonstrate your powers. What will be the initial stage of your strategy?
There's a spark in my eyes, and I'm going to calmly but confidently strut forward towards the two, Marigold and the dogman beast, and prepare. Should I say what I'm going to prepare?
Sure.
Because I can give you the whole thing right now, baby.
Tell me what you're... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am going to get within the range.
To explain to me like what you see as the effects of this spell. Don't tell me the name of the spell, but what in your mind is what do you want to see happen?
I am going to make that puny little dog creature my bitch. And it's going to work.
Fighting words.
It's going to work for me.
Okay. I got you. So you mean it's going to be under your command?
Yes, sir.
That's
but you
kind
didn't
of
tell
what
me
you're
to say that.
No. But I mean, the way you phrased it, I was like, "That's going to work for me."
No, he's
I was like,
"No,
well,
yeah, okay,
but
it's going to work for me.
Right.
It wasn't that.
It's going to do your bidding.
The creature is going to be my bitch.
Got it.
So what you're saying is you're going to offer him a job with a decent wage and full benefits and maybe some paid time off, and
no, then they would be my equal.
Oh.
Pippa, please roll psychology.
Psychology.
Yes, I checked all of your
I believe
character
it's
sheets
pronounced
quite well.
psychology.
I needed a 64. I rolled an 86. That's a successful fail.
All right. As the three of you envision what you want to do, Marigold Odebrati winks seductively and stage whispers, "Say cheese."
Cheese.
She shifts her stance unnaturally and depresses a switch with her left foot. The chamber is suddenly illuminated by several blinding spotlights, cleverly tucked into the corners. Her mocking laughter echoes off the stone walls. Roy, you had a hard success, so you're going to act normally this round.
This is good.
Matt, Rocky, you
Stop clicking.
had a normal success, and that means you will be acting last in this round because you're caught unawares by the blinding light and you sort of flinch. So we're going to move you down to the last. So I'm going to drag you down here. There we go.
Don't be dragging me down,
I'll
man.
be dragging you down, baby.
Don't do that. Man.
Pippa,
Down. You can't bring me down.
you failed.
New character!
You will be acting last in this round, and you're going to be taking penalty dice to all your rolls during this round.
That's
During
upsetting.
the entire battle.
This round. So we'll move you after Rocky or Roy. Or why did I move Roy?
Anybody?
Rocky. Yeah, where, who's who? Who made who?
No, I'm Pippa.
I'm Pippa. All right, so
I'm Spartacus.
combat is now
In session.
in session. Roy, you have your gun readied. So you get plus 50 to your initiative. So you will be going first.
I would anyway. My initiative's awesome.
Your initiative
It's
is awesome.
50.
There is one contender here who could beat you ordinarily.
It's 50. It's not that awesome.
Your dex is actually 80, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's
So
not
80 plus
initiative.
50. So your intent was to get closer, which you did. So you are able to take one shot this round and one shot only.
Fine. by
Ordinarily,
me.
you could take 3, but with penalty die on each of them, or
Don't
up to
worry,
3.
I wouldn't.
So who will be your designated? You've already had a run-in with the ghouls, so you know what they can do.
I feel like I just need to go with whoever's closest to me at that moment.
They are equidistant. I will say the ghoul is probably slightly closer because it is actually a little quicker than she is and springing to attack.
Then I will go with the ghoul.
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and fire off your gun. And it cannot dodge. Oh, nice. But it can, it could ordinarily go for cover, but it's actually not going to. It's going to take the brunt of your firearm. So, it looks as though...
I didn't roll a damage roll. I needed a 53. I rolled a 3. That's an extreme
Oh, gotcha.
success.
So you're not rolling on the weapons part.
I hit the wrong thing, but it's still, I just need to re-roll for damage.
Okay.
An 8 for damage.
8 for damage. Okay. And
I thought an extreme success was automatic maximum damage. Isn't that what we
Is
figured
it?
out?
we can find that out. I have the cheat sheet right here.
If it is, then
Nice.
it's 12 damage. Otherwise, 8.
Get ready to describe it, Gabe.
No. 12 damage. Okay, he wipes it off.
She loses 10 fingers and 2 toes.
He catches
Just a
the bullet
single
in his
bullet.
teeth.
But he chips a tooth. That's
Ha-ha!
12
12
damage.
points.
And the dentist is out of town until next Tuesday.
For 3
That's
rounds,
12
he's going.
points.
Un moment, por favor.
See, that's why we were filling in.
I'm trying to figure out how to open this goddamn thing. Open with.
Open whom?
It's actually already
Open
in there.
how?
I was also going to say that. Open house.
Ah, there
Dr.
we go.
House.
That's my job. Well, it was
Full house.
before I died.
Fuller House. Huh.
No, I quit.
Yeah, no, that show was
Roy.
terrible.
Put my body next to Chuck's, okay?
All right, I'll leave you in the abandoned train
Thanks.
station.
Thanks.
On the tracks.
That's not next to her.
Rocky.
You
Road
know
High
nothing,
School.
man. Come on. You weren't even there.
Rocky
You don't even go here.
That's true.
Yeah,
You're
it's got,
fighting my arguments for me.
Yeah, you do
This
get
is
it.
quality
You
content.
get it for blunt weapons and penetrating weapons.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that means.
Well, bullets penetrate things.
It's true.
That's what I'm trying
but
to
the
figure
weapon
out.
that fired it doesn't.
Guns don't kill people, bullets do.
That's right. Outlaw bullets.
Critical hit.
No more bullets.
All right, give me a second here. We'll figure this out.
Free bullets. Wait.
Free bullets for everybody.
Well, in Counter-Strike, bullets are penetrating weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't argue with CS logic. It's
Yeah, I think
It's-
Roll20 used the same rule set.
That's why I brought it up. It's relevant. Think about it.
Okay, give me a minute.
No, don't think too hard. That's a long time.
Check it out.
Check what out?
so bought that sports ball.
Yeah, I had
that's
one once.
true.
Yeah.
Once. It's huge.
Excited to watch the second episode of Moon Knight when we're done recording.
Oh, I was excited to watch it when I got home from work today. It was great. Best part is when they...
You're a dick.
Yeah, Matt.
How dare I not watch things because I have other things that need to be done?
See, you get it now. It's stupid.
At least you understand your
Just
shortcomings.
do it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, Nike knows.
Yeah.
Nike? Just do it.
Yep. Good job.
Shia LaBeouf?
No, Nike.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf?
I've heard that about him.
Halloween special?
Okay. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to say that it'll do maximum damage
Okay.
for extreme. For extreme.
Extreme.
If
That's
it were a
12.
critical, then there would be some additional fun.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
But extreme is just going to be a maximum damage. So, what is your max?
12.
12. Okay. 12. Okay.
Just hear a
Got
booming
it.
voice from above. Headshot.
Headshot.
Kill-tacular.
Okay, so as we know, the hide on these things is a bit rough, so it doesn't do as much damage as you had hoped, but
Of course
it's
it
still
does.
quite a lot, actually. Super hot. All right, so that is your
Amazing game in VR.
maneuver. So next up is going to be Choo Choo McGee. Choo Choo. Choo Choo. And he is also going to attempt to shoot the ghoul. And he is going to fire one bullet at a disadvantage because he has to take a penalty die because it's so far away. But no
Jerk.
worries.
He
So
should have
he
moved
rolled.
up.
He rolled he needed a 58. He rolled a 28, which would be a hard success. He needs to roll a d10 because of the penalty.
Yep.
And that makes it a 58. So that is exactly what he needed.
Way to go, Choo Choo.
So Choo Choo actually
Chooch.
hit and does quite a bit of damage. The bullet actually bounces off the barrel that you're hiding behind. And you realize that the barrel is actually made of some sort of aluminum. And it opens a hole in it. And some dark liquid starts spilling out that's very noxious smelling. It smells like decayed matter of some sort.
Ooh.
It smells organic, almost like a chicken carcass left out in the sun for
Almost
Charles,
like marmalade.
a week. It's like exactly like orange marmalade. It's terrible. But
Paddington would like to have a word with you.
it actually bounces off the barrel and hits the ghoul in the left eye,
Shit.
shattering the bones in the face. It howls as its eye just leaks out onto his cheek, and it redoubles its efforts coming toward you guys. Marigold takes a cue from Roy's playbook and takes cover behind a stone bench of some sort.
A red
Which,
barrel.
now that Rocky is strafing a bit closer, he can clearly see it. Some sort of sarcophagus?
Yay. Vampires.
But she now
May
has
not try to
cover.
raise the dead again.
And now the ghoul, snarling,
One eye.
one eye,
Depth perception.
One eye snarling.
actually has some issues with depth perception, and sees Rocky trying to strafe to the left of it, and it whirls on him and pounces on him.
Oh, wow.
What do you want to do in defense, Rocky? You can either
him.
dodge, fight back, maneuver.
Kill him with
I'm gonna
kindness.
fight back.
Okay, you have a
Since I've
gun in
been-
your hand.
Yeah. Since I was eyeballing Marigold, it's not much for me to kind of shift over and just pop a shot off at this thing as it comes soaring through the air towards me.
Okay, so that'll be one of your
Gracefully
10,
soaring through the air,
one of your
like an
10
eagle.
rounds, right?
piloting a blimp.
All right, so piloting a blimp. All right, so blah blah blah. So this will be highest levels of success wins. So let's get it on, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
I needed a 78. I rolled a 24, which is a hard success.
Nicely
Beautiful.
done. Let's see if he can do better. So he's going to come at you with his claw. Oh, shit. He needed a 40, and he rolled
What happened
a
to somebody else
97,
for
which is
once?
a fumble.
His claw fell off.
You spelled critical wrong.
Oh, and
when you put it
make
in.
sure you're clicking the firearm, the actual gun when
Yeah,
you guys roll.
You get the
Yeah.
damage.
So we get the
Yeah,
damage.
yeah,
We
I'll
have to
fix
keep
Amateurs.
screwing that
I'll
up.
fix that. I messed up.
It's just 1d10
We
damage.
do this in post.
Yeah, well, actually, click click again the green button next to that weapon, please, because there are
Yeah.
more things that are involved in that damage.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Okay. Please describe what happens to this ghoul as you kill it.
So I look over and I see this thing just kind of just coming through the air at me. And since I was prepped and ready, I just kind of electric slide off. And as his head rolls past me, I just right through the ear, one in ear and out the other ear on the other side of the head.
Nice.
How
And
did it taste?
tastes so good. Hurts so good. Yeah, so the ghoul, with a surprised look in its one remaining eye, flops to the ground, twitching at your feet. And even in death, is scrabbling at the ground in a circle, dirt and dust flying up.
Benny Hill theme music going full blast.
Absolutely. And after not too long, it ceases to move. And the black ichor pools beneath its ear where you shot through. And we are on to Maria.
Oh. Phew.
Who Pippa can see is standing in the mouth of the tunnel, slightly in shadow from where Rocky had pushed her back. Her head bent, her eyes closed, her hands clasped in front of her with what you can assume is some sort of rosary or religious symbol on a necklace. And she's whispering fervently. And as she does so, Pippa, you feel this calmness, this cool air billow inside your head. And the words that you are attempting to remember from when your father had said them in the study, that language is becoming crystal clear to you now. And you go over it in your mind, just repeating by rote the memory, evoking these symbols and this ancient language. And you can hear Maria in your head as well, almost as if she's speaking directly into the back of your brain, helping you with the incantation. Rocky, it's your turn.
Phew, I didn't die.
Oh boy. So I'm going to continue my slide to the right and just try and see if I want to just slide enough just to get a better angle on Marigold. See if I can't slide around her cover to get a shot on her, and then I'm going to fire one off just to see if we can't ping her behind her sarcophagus.
Timing?
Ping.
Okay, so you have the opportunity to do one shot. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter because she is behind cover, so you're going to be taking a penalty die no matter what.
Okay.
And because you're attempting to get into position, we'll say you may be able to negate that next round. But this round,
take a shot at her as I'm moving around. Just
yep. So you can get off one shot as you're moving around, but it's not going to negate the cover for this round, but it will help you next round.
Okay. I'm
so and she
still going to pop the shot off.
Do it, baby.
I needed a 78. I rolled a 49. That's a success, but I have the penalty to it. I rolled a 1, which would
make it a 19.
So either way, it's a success.
A success. All right. So you did damage 5, right?
Yep, I did 5 points of damage.
Okay. Awesome. And so yeah, the bullet actually does strike the sarcophagus in front of her, and shards of stone go flying into the side of her face. And she shrieks as the flesh is stripped away, and you can see pale gray leathery hide beneath the facade of her face. But she does take some damage. There is some blood. I need to go ahead and mark that down.
Oh, there will be blood.
There will be blood. Drink your milkshake,
There.
baby.
No, not the milkshake. That'll bring all the boys to the yard.
Dang it.
What's so wrong about that?
Yeah, what do you got against boys? Come on. All right. So that is your turn. Pippa, you are finally last.
Finally.
Finally.
God.
I'm gonna
God.
take my backpack off and pull out my picnic blanket and get some
Hey, boo-boo.
tea brewing.
Let's steal us a picnic basket.
So just because we didn't really cover anything, the role I did, the psychology, does that affect me in any way other than, like, do I feel any different?
No, the original
Okay.
psychology thing was actually, I should have maybe explained that a bit better.
Yeah, I didn't know what it
but
was
you,
for.
well, you were the one who failed, so you really didn't see
Right.
anything. You were
Okay.
simply blinded by the light. Blinded
Okay.
by. So yeah,
Okay.
you're actually going to take a penalty die to all your rolls during round 1. We said that.
Okay.
So this is round 1. So
Cool.
anything you do is going to take a penalty die.
All right. And in relation to where she moved, because I have not moved since everybody has gone, I was going to step forward and attack the ghoul, but it's dead. I can clearly see that
Yep.
Rocky took care of it. Mm-hmm. And see, I don't know if it doesn't give me a distance I need to be at for this, so I'm not sure.
No
how
range
close I
on
would be.
that particular. Okay.
Nope.
Infinite
So
range.
is it? Well, it's probably not infinite range, but maybe within sight. I would
Probably.
assume if it can't be a range that's marked
Why not?
down. Okay.
It moves
So-
the walls.
It's not stone shape.
Well, so my first question would be, can I see her, or is she
You can
down
see
below?
her.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to cast Dominate on her.
All right. And
Not
dominate.
rack.
Let's take
Is
a look at that.
opposed power.
I'm going to take a quick look at the description here on your character sheet.
Pow, pow, pow.
Pow, right in the kisser. Pow,
The
right in
old
the kisser.
kisser.
Up close.
All right. So this basically you're going to be controlling someone for one round.
Correct.
It's an opposed power roll. And this will cost you 1 magic point
Correct.
and 1 sanity.
Sorry, I have my mic.
Boom.
It's so big it covers everything.
That's nice.
You're
And
so cool.
so yeah, let's go ahead and do some power rolls. What do you say?
Yeah, I didn't change what was the other one? Sanity goes down by 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, San.
Scusi. All right, power roll. Pow. God fucking damn it.
Oh, he remembered to turn on the GM cheats box.
I needed a 60. I rolled a 14, which got me extremely excited until...
I needed a 60 because I actually based Marigold slightly off your character. And I rolled a 7, which is an extreme success.
Which I guess it wouldn't matter because I'll still have a penalty die against that. Is that a D10?
Yeah, actually, well, what was going to happen was
Okay.
what Maria is doing actually cancels that out.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
you
matter
have
because
God
in this case,
He remembered to turn on the cheats.
so
I just want
Pippa
to smash my head against the wall.
Pippa focuses all her energy at Marigold, but the last minute decision to switch from the ghoul who is now dead to Marigold was slightly distracting because you weren't really paying attention to her and you can only see part of her, but you still give it your all. And with Maria's help, it is the best that you can do. You've never quite managed to get this level of power and spell use efficiency. However, Marigold turns toward you and you see where her flesh has been rended and beneath is a monster. And you realize that you're up against something that isn't any longer human. And perhaps you've underestimated your opponent. And you can feel Dominate recoil and slap you back in the face as useless. And that
cast
ends,
Rack on myself?
That ends round 1.
You'll get it one of these days, Peppa.
I won't,
You'll
I
get it
won't.
one of these days.
I don't think so.
One of these days.
That's the
One
best
of
I've ever
these
done with
nights.
this out of the 900 times I've tried to cast one spell.
Round 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
The howls from behind Pippa are coming closer, much closer. And you hear the bellowing voice of who you can presume is Jason Windflower. I smell kitties. Delicious kitties.
Who brought cats?
Roy,
Yeah.
hanging out behind that delicious barrel that it's now leaking a puddle at your feet.
Light it on fire.
His feet?
Yes.
Different meaning to hot foot.
It's Roy Hotfoot Arroyo.
Okay, well. I feel like I just gotta take another shot. Let's be honest about the situation here. You want action? I'll take another shot.
All right, do it, baby.
Pop, pop.
Describe how you're taking the shot, though.
I rolled the wrong thing, but I failed anyway. Well, I'm just gonna... I'll see it. The ghoulie there. I'll stand up from the barrel. I gotta make it as dramatic as possible. I'll stand up from the barrel, and I'll line the sights up, and I'll get real good. And then I'll say, "Hey, buddy, over here." And then I'll take my shot, and I needed a 53, and I rolled a 74, so I failed.
All right, so Marigold doesn't seem overly concerned by you because she has pretty good coverage behind that sarcophagus. She doesn't even flinch as the bullet goes astray, because as you stood up and lined up your sight, you tried to shift your weight slightly, and your foot slipped in that muck that is leaking out of the barrel.
Pratfall?
Damn ghoulies.
Chocolates.
And actually, she's going to fight back.
Of course she is, now that I failed.
And before you know it, she is whipping her hand at you. And you see 2 projectiles fly through the air, 2 shurikens.
Nice.
She holds 2 in one grasp and just goes. So she's
Making
going
them
to,
both inaccurate.
So she's going to.
They pinned him to the wall.
Let's see what happens here. So
Penalty
just
die.
that's a nice throw from her.
More than one shot, penalty die.
Here we go. Yeah, that's actually true. She gets a penalty die on 2 shots.
And as she was throwing, someone said, "Hey, you!" So,
Hey, you.
That's 3 penalty dies.
So her first one.
my God, you did cheat.
It's okay,
I
penalty
told
die.
you he turned on the
It's okay,
GM
penalty
cheats.
die.
Needed a 70, rolled a 7 with a penalty die. That's going to be a 37.
37.
So that is a. Is that
Hard success?
Is that a hard success?
Yeah.
Yeah, 35, so no, it's not.
35.
Oh, yeah,
35. You're right. Thank
below.
you.
So
Thank you for pointing that
37
out.
would be just a regular success.
So the first shuriken embeds itself in your shoulder for 3 points,
Okay.
But now you have a shuriken to throw back.
and she'll throw her second one.
Free ammo.
Needed a 70, rolled a 67, which is a success, but needs a penalty die, and that would make it a 17. So the second one also hits. You feel both of them. One hit you in the shoulder, and one basically take half your ear off on your right side,
Oh, beauty.
and the cartilage flops to the ground. So
That
that is
sucks.
4 points of damage in one.
That sucks.
So what does that leave you with, Roy?
2.
2 points. So yeah, you're hurting for certain.
We have so little health points in these games.
Yeah, we have 10 and everything.
You
we
are
fight-
human.
We have 10, but like when we fight a dog, it has 6,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so
House
that
cats in this world have freaking a million.
house cats.
You know why you can't swat that fly? That fly is 7 million hit points.
Call the general. Send in the cats.
Nicely done. Okay, Rocky, it is your turn currently.
So I'm going to continue,
You have a clear shot now.
Strafing.
Yours is a clear shot
around.
now. Yeah.
and we're going to just line it up and fire off another shot on Marigold.
My vision is him. He
All right.
whips around and he squats and looks over. He's right next to her.
And let me check one.
Surprise,
quick-
motherfucker.
Yeah, surprise. Let me check
Pop,
one
pop.
quick thing here. I want to just out.
You got to make a couple changes to the dice rolls. Hold on.
he
I had a 7 twice. I got to fix that.
And he says, "It's just been revoked."
Exactly. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. And she's going to try to dive for cover. How's that?
I needed a 78. I rolled a 31. That is a hard success for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Awesome.
Very
Good job.
good. Right back.
She goes, tink.
She's dead now, I imagine.
Yeah, with that 1 point. Woo!
Hey, I hit her for a couple points earlier, so
True.
she probably
True.
is like she's probably lost like 1.5 points of health at this point.
Yep.
Okay.
Because she's not stronger than the other one that took like 18.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and. Oh yeah, I got you. Okay. Okay. Let me pull her up real quick. here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Ah yeah.
Chicka.
So yeah, she basically she's having some issues because she's outnumbered at this point. Since her ghoul buddy is gone. So
She's the real ghoul.
she's the real ghoul, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying it all along.
She tries to dive for cover but stumbles slightly. You can see like perhaps there's a bit of blood at the corner of her eye where the shards had hit her, and your bullet strikes home in her back as she's turning away.
Oh, nice.
And looks like you did 1 point of damage.
Yep.
Yep.
That is the minimum. So
So
we'll
like
do
it
that.
hits
And as
her,
the
but-
bullet sinks, I'm just going to yell at her, remember that warning I gave you earlier? You had your chance.
And then she
Nice.
responds, I stumble for you.
I stumble for you.
So her shirt stops most of the bullet, but like a little bit gets in there.
Yeah, just a little
Exactly.
bit. Yeah. Like she has a sore back now.
Well, not
Ooh,
sore.
bruise. Ooh.
It's like tight. It's not really sore.
Tight. Yeah.
It's tight like a tiger.
Like you're
Or-
she's gonna wake up tomorrow. Like, oh, did I work out
Get a
yesterday?
hot shower and some Ben K, and it'll be all good.
So Rocky takes a shot at simultaneously Choo Choo McGee, who has entered the cavern just a little bit in order to take a ping at that ghoul, whirls around towards Pippa, pointing his gun at her. And he says, "Hey, honey, duck."
Whack.
And then Pippa has to roll a duck, right?
Yep.
Where's
Oh,
Duck?
can I roll a drive auto instead?
You don't have to roll anything. Just tell me what
No,
you're
I
doing.
know. I'm just trying to be funny.
Yep.
Sorry.
Duck, sweetheart.
I'm gonna look
What?
shocked
Where?
that the gun is aimed at me, and then it's gonna click because of the booming voice behind me, and I'm just gonna hit the dirt. I'm gonna literally lay flat.
Okay. Boom. Pippa flops to the ground on her belly.
No, I didn't flop.
Flop, 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 like a fish.
Take 5 points of damage. You flop.
Exactly. You're down to 1.
And Choo Choo fires at the second ghoul that is coming up behind you.
Nice.
Let's see how he did.
And successfully explodes the gun in his hand and has a heart attack. And a rock falls on him.
Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah,
All right,
roll.
so he's got, boom.
Oh.
He needed a 58. He rolled a 62, which would be
He should spend the luck.
Is a fail.
He should push that roll.
Yeah. You can't push rolls like that. So
True.
I don't
Can't spend the luck on him either, but why not?
right.
At this point.
Spend rolls.
A tumble for you.
I'll stop the world and tumble with you.
Oh.
Damage rolls or sand rolls. Actually, he could. Only
Did you guys
skills.
hear my dog?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Only skills can't push luck. Pushing a pushed roll. Failing a pushed roll is typically dire. Only skills can't push are luck, sand loss, combat, damage rolls, and opposed rolls. But you can actually spend luck on combat.
Oh, nice.
On a fight, because it's basically just a
Yeah.
but you can't push combat.
Got ya.
And I think I'm trying to remember if we got that actually in our little luck cheat sheet.
Probably. It's been a while since I popped it open.
Skill rolls. Determined roll, blah blah blah, extreme difficulty.
Combat.
Humble. No, it doesn't really tell you anything.
No.
Combat. Yeah, I don't think there's any luck in that. I always forget these things, like what can you actually do.
Because we don't do, we're more of a story based than anything else.
We don't get to the nitty gritty so much.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and say, he makes
Only
that.
4
He spends some
points.
luck. Yeah, he spends some luck to make that a success. And so we'll give ghoul number 2, who is coming up behind you, a bit of damage. Not
A
much,
bit of damage.
not much,
Yes.
but a bit. So Choo Choo's gun rings out, and the bullet looks like it's going to go astray, but you see his eye squint. One eye squints as he aims down the barrel.
Nice.
And as he lets fly, you hear a satisfying squelch of gore behind you as the bullet strikes the outstretched claw of the ghoul directly behind you.
Nice.
And some of its fingers go flying
Holy shit.
apart off the hand.
I guess it was 7 damage, yeah. Damn.
So that was Choo Choo. It is now Marigold's turn.
No, she's busy.
And she decides that Rocky is now the closest enemy. Obviously.
Yeah, right next to her.
And she's going to throw
Smile.
2 shurikens at you.
For a penalty die.
We're up to 6 penalty die now.
No penalty dies. Well, 2, because that's what
Yeah.
you're saying, right? Because of
Yeah.
2. Yeah, that's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and do that.
It's
It
okay.
doesn't
what-
matter 'cause she has a
What would you like to
70,
do? This is
but-
a normal thrown weapon, so you can dodge, fight back, do nothing, or do some sort of maneuver.
Dance.
Dance battle.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Pocket sand. That'll block him.
I've been rolling pretty well, so I think I'm going to.
Oh, God. Why'd you just say that?
Oh fuck! I just fucked it. Oh well. I'm gonna just keep firing. We're gonna see if we
So
can
you're gonna fight back. Mhm.
hit her with my best shot.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Finally.
she is still behind cover, so you're gonna take a penalty die as well. So let's go
Oh,
ahead.
so she. Okay.
You're not.
Remember, she
behind
So
cover.
dove.
she.
She dove.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
She should have taken double penalty die.
Because you got her in the back,
Double
remember,
penalty.
as she was diving.
Okay, so here go the 2 shuriken. First one is needed a 70, rolled a 4, which is extreme, but penalty dice. So let's see what happens with a D10. That makes it a 14. So the first one's going to hit. The second one needed a 70, rolled a 21. which is a hard success. Need to roll a penalty. Rolled a 10, so that one's going to actually miss. So the first shuriken whips through the air and strikes you in the leg for 3 points.
We got to
I'm
put
down
him
to 8.
down. He's got a sore leg.
Mm-hmm. And so you get to fight back.
All right. So I'm gonna first shuriken's gonna strike me in the leg. So I'm going to kind of yeah. So I'm taking that hit. I'm going to like drop down onto my good knee, just to kind of take just out of a reaction. She hit me once. I'm gonna try and get down a bit, and then we're gonna. I needed a 78. I rolled an 84, which is a failure.
Yep, and you rolled the wrong thing again.
And you always
Oh,
roll the
fuck.
wrong thing.
I do, don't I?
Yep.
If I had a gun,
Try
I'd roll
to
the
go
right
down to
thing.
the weapon part. Do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is your
Brain fart.
the shuriken strikes you in the leg. You drop down to your good knee, but the pain from this lodged weapon in your thigh is excruciating. And as the blood spurts out of this wound, your vision goes slightly cloudy, and your bullet goes far astray, bouncing off one of the cavern walls.
Hits
and resounding.
Pippa.
Hits Pippa. She's dead.
And hits the ghoul behind Pippa.
Yeah, you look over and Pippa's flat on the ground. She's dead. Oh my god, what did I do?
Oh god, what did I do? Time, I'm calling a time.
Car.
Nice. Pippa.
Everyone get out of the street.
Go get mom.
Go get mom. I'm telling. Pippa, it's your turn.
Okay, thanks.
The ghouls are getting closer.
Are they? There's not one right on top of me almost.
I need an adult.
I'm going to roll over with that same excitement in my eyes. And I'm going to cast Dominate on the ghoul that just got his hand blown off.
All right. Opposed power rolls. And this round, you will have a bonus die thanks to Maria.
A bonus die of Thanksgiving.
You got a bonus die from Maria.
I needed a 60. I rolled a 57. I only need the
roll your
bonus die
bonus.
if I fail, correct?
No, because you can make it a better success.
Make it a better success.
You can make it a
Or
hard.
can I make it worse? That's what I'm
No,
worried about.
you can't make it worse.
You can't.
Can I
You can
roll a
only get better.
D100?
No, D10. Yeah.
8.
You made it worse. You fail now.
Checker.
The ghoul needed a 65. It rolled a 75, which is a fail.
Yay.
You now own this guy for one round.
Yes.
On his
Do I wait
turn.
till next round to tell you what I'm going to do with him?
On his turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, a successful spell? That's crazy.
And that's our show. Thanks for coming, guys. This is the last episode. We're done here.
And that happens now, as it so happens. He's next in line.
Really, man?
So the ghoul, which would have launched itself over you toward
Yes.
Choo Choo,
Okay.
has now stopped dead in its tracks and is looking at you with a blank stare,
Sick him, Cujo.
awaiting command.
With his one good hand, I'm going to command him to reach up to his own throat and rip it apart. And kill himself.
Dominate. I don't know if that would do that.
I can't dominate him to do what I want?
We might need a little. That
This
seems
is a new
that seems
situation.
A
Ask
little
for a luck
extreme.
We've never
Let me check.
successfully cast a spell before.
Let me check. Well, I mean, in
I have a backup if that doesn't work.
in D&D terms, that never worked, right?
What?
But
We're
this
not
is
playing
You could never,
D&D.
you could never command someone to kill themselves with a spell.
We're not playing D&D.
What's this called? B?
Dominate.
Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, thank you. Give me a second. I'll see if we've got any clarification on this.
Tweet. If not, I have a backup.
This ain't D&D. This is COC.
Wait,
On the
no.
You down with
TOPG.
OPP?
Spell it. Do not spell it.
COC?
Don't.
See chapter, blah.
Now, more importantly,
Cock?
out of anything that has gone on at all with today's
Here it is.
playthrough, my sanity is currently at 69.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
This is funny.
Thank you.
Okay.
Funniest
So
shit I've seen in years.
let's see what we got here. So here is the actual full thing.
Description.
Bends
Mine's
the will of the
43.
target to that of the caster. Thank you, whoever gave us the thing. Crossy, spell success. Air
Thanks for the
horns.
thing.
Thanks for the moolah. Okay, so bends the will of the target to that of the caster for the spell to take effect, blah, 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 post power roll. Obey without exception until the next combat goes down.
Without exception.
Obviously, the commands must be intelligible to the target. The spell may be broken if the command contradicts the target's basic nature.
Oh,
okay. There you go.
Dominate can be cast and recast, so you can continue to cast this. To
Yes, I can.
Keep
Control.
Keep on keeping on.
control. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that it wouldn't. I don't think it would.
That's against its basic nature.
I would think so. Yeah.
Then I'm going to say 2 words
Sick 'em?
to get my message across.
Mhm.
Fuck me.
Kill her. Or fuck me. No. Kill her. And
It's not very good with
sick it on
pronouns, though.
Marigold.
Okay. All right. So the ghoul erupts past you into the main cavern and makes a beeline to Marigold, where it will attack her next round. How's that?
But I will have to control it again next round, correct?
If you want to do it past when it does its action, we'll say that. How's that?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
At least that way I can have it do
So
something.
it's up to you. Yeah, you've
Okay.
given it, you've commanded it this round, and it's going to go do a thing.
Okay.
And then
okay,
after
good.
that thing, then we'll talk.
Got it.
But I think it's just too far away right now for it to actually. Well, I don't. Maybe it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, it bursts into the cavern and makes a
Okay.
beeline to Marigold and pounces on her, taking
Nice.
a swipe with its one good claw.
Do I get to roll that? Swipe? Oh.
It will, but
But it is
I'm trying to think
100
what
fighting.
Marigold wants to do with this, and I think.
She's got to be shocked, right?
Oh, she's totally shocked, but
Okay.
she still gets to dodge, fight
Shocker.
back, maneuver.
Yeah.
So she's going to maneuver, try to do a fighting maneuver with the scepter.
Oh, snap.
So the ghoul will go first with its claw. Needed a 40, rolled a 44.
But he did spend that luck, I heard.
Yeah. And so that is a failure on his part. And Marigold will do a fighting maneuver. So this is just going to be and what she's going to attempt to do is just jab the ghoul with the scepter. So we just need a fighting brawl for this. Needed a 25 and rolled a 79. So she was unable to jab him successfully, but now there's a new player on the field, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thanks.
she is quite shocked to see that this thing has turned on her.
Good. Maybe she'll be distracted with him for a round.
And we are now on to Maria.
Maria.
I like the Men in Work song, Maria, better.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it, Gabe.
Maria comes from a poor family.
That's
like
not fun.
the Odabratis.
Uh-huh.
Odabrati.
I've had canned in their
Odabrati.
poor.
That's my men at work.
And he comes for the Odabrati.
All right, so Maria continues to chant, focusing her attention now on Roy.
Awesome.
Nice. That's our bard.
And
She's gonna try and seduce the.
It's so not hard.
You feel
Happy.
I feel pee running down my
You
leg. You feel
happy?
a sensation in your left hand. You're right-handed, right?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. So your gun's in your right hand. In your left hand, which was holding the flashlight, but you said you put it away. You feel this like vibrating sensation, and something begins to materialize in your palm. It looks like some sort of blade made of pure energy, glowing white.
Okay. I like this.
And we are on to round 3 as a shadow befalls Pippa, extending out into the cavern to encompass even Choo Choo standing there as Jason Windflower arrives. Roy, you have a decision to make.
Make it.
You get plus 50 for a readied firearm on your initiative. But if you decide to go with the blade instead, you'll be dropping down in the roster, obviously. Just an FYI.
Go
How
with
many
the
bullets
blade.
do you have left in your trilby?
2.
2 shots left. Okay. So you need to decide now if you're going to use your firearm in some fashion, or are you going to switch to the blade?
I'll use the blade.
Okay. So we're going to drop you down in the roster to 80. So
last.
you'll be going before Pippa, but after Windflower, Marigold, and before the Ghoul, actually. So,
Yep, last.
all right. So, Rocky, you would be next in line. And
To die.
what would you like to do?
So I noticed the big shadow come into the room, and I go, "Oh, bloody hell!" And I'm going to cut the strafe and just start making a beeline for Marigold. And as I'm trying to get close, we're gonna just fire off another shot.
Okay. And keep in mind, you can fire off multiple shots if you like. At disadvantage. Or,
Penalty,
penalty
yeah.
dice. Mm-hmm. It's up to
Sucker move.
And less bullets the next round.
you. Well, that's what I kind of was hoping.
It's a sucker move. Don't do it.
Lollipop.
I needed a 78. I rolled a 40, which is a success for 9 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay, that's pretty hefty right there.
Yes, it is.
So she is running out of shurikens. So she is going to, and because she's a little bit off kilter, she's going to stand up out of cover and do a... Well, she's not being attacked by it, so she's gonna hold herself because she can't attack or defend herself against multiple people like this. So we're gonna go ahead and
Right.
just let that stand. So that is going to be that much damage. And so your bullet catches her fully in the gut. And you see this hole erupt, spewing bile out of the back, out from her back against the cavern wall, spattering the ghoul next to her. And she winces in pain as what look like rotting intestines begin to loop out of the hole in her stomach. It appears to be the same color and consistency of the stuff oozing out of the barrel. And it smells just as bad.
Yummy.
Ghouls come in barrels.
Knew it.
Ghoul in a
And
barrel, new from HW Industries.
we are on to Choo Choo, who is going to try to shoot Jason Windflower, standing, filling the cavern tunnel behind.
Oh, fanfics.
And Windflower is not even going to attempt to dodge anything. So Choo Choo takes a shot. And I believe this will be his 4th shot. I guess he's only taken 3, hasn't he?
3,
Although,
yeah.
Did he do any... He didn't do any defending, did he?
No. He's been...
So this be... All right, so he's
barely
got...
into
Nothing's
the
gone
cavern.
after him yet.
Got it. All right, so he's going to shoot. He needed 58, rolled a 92. So the very sight of Jason Windflower, this monstrous ghoul with really humanoid features, it still retains, his face still retains the likeness of what he once was. And the only person who might recognize this would be Rocky, because you saw the same likeness in the photograph back at DBRT Studios on the easel beneath the sheet. This was the creature who ate Charles Blaine alive.
Rude.
Super rude. All right, so that is Choo Choo's shot. And now Windflower strides in and goes for Pippa.
No,
You would be
Pippa
the closest.
was really
No, he
far
goes for
away.
Choo-Choo.
So he is going to attempt to grab you
Roll, Pippa, roll.
and eat you.
New character, woo!
What would you like to do, Pippa? You can dodge,
Probably
fight
die,
back.
but
You can perform some sort of fighting maneuver, or you can do nothing. Those are your 4 options. Spells are all still on the board.
they are on the board.
Yes, I believe you can do an instantaneous spell.
Right.
Not one that
So-
requires 1 round. It has to
Yeah,
be
yeah, 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 yeah.
instantaneous.
Yeah. Well, I can't do that one. I'll try dominate.
Okay.
I'm gonna try dominate.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
You'll need a critical to make that happen.
Tell him it. No. Tell him
uh,
exactly what number.
free fighting maneuver.
Or does
yeah,
that only
well-
work with Gabe?
Making
Well,
sure.
Yeah, I'm
only
just
what
making
would
sure
be-
that spells
Okay.
are on the board or on the roster. But it doesn't really. That's melee brawls though. You fight back, but I think you can still do it if it's instantaneous. I think that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
So let me double check something here real quick.
Welcome to the Double Check Tapes podcast.
No joke. Okay, so go ahead and let's do a power roll.
Okay. I needed a 60. I rolled a 50. That is a success.
I need a 65. I rolled a 46. That's a success. And a better, same level of success.
better.
But in this case, Defender wins.
Yeah.
So-
That makes sense.
Yep. So he is going to proceed with his
Eating of me.
claw bite.
Bye.
Isn't Pippa technically the defender in this situation?
Yes.
That's true. That's true. Let me double check that. I think.
Oh, is it the defender that gets the...
fight? Well, because you were basically fighting back.
Right.
It's no damage inflicted. Draw initiator wins
Oh, okay.
for fight back, which spell kind of is like fight back. It's not a dodge.
I would say it's a fight back for
Yeah.
sure.
So initiator wins. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll continue on here. So first claw Need a 40, rolled a 54, fail. Second claw, need a 40, rolled a 1. That's a critical.
Cool.
That is a critical. So that is
New
going.
character.
6 extremes and a critical.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Weird.
funny too because like this thing should give
Reset
you
after you click the criticals only button.
no. It should actually calculate what the damage should be. And if it says critical, then it should. If there was more damage to be dealt, then it would put it on there.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? So I'm not certain on that whole critical thing. Anyways,
yeah.
so so his first claw goes wide, you duck it, and the second one swipes down and shreds your arm for 3 points of damage. What's that take you down to?
Oh, 3.
Takes you down to 3. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he is going to hold you.
Oh.
Gently.
Or try to bite you, actually. He needed a 40 and rolled an 86. So thankfully, the force with which he swung and ripped your arm sent you tumbling backwards into the cavern next to Choo Choo.
Convenient.
Yeah, it's dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell
I
a
like
story
it.
here.
I like it.
So, okay. So
Well, I'm by somebody who could protect me, so that's good.
exactly.
I'll
All right,
take it.
so that was Windflower. Now it is Marigold, who is plenty pissed off at Rocky.
Why? My back is so sore.
And my front.
I'm going to have to get a massage because of this.
Exactly. And she
Icy Hot isn't on sale at CVS, and this is going to be expensive.
looks over at you with anger burning like fire in her eyes.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
Oh, so she gets like 6 bonus die, right?
And says, how about we play some monkey in the middle? And takes the staff, the scepter, and throws it to Jason Windflower, who catches it.
Shoot it, Roy.
Roy, your turn with your blade.
Shoot it.
Am I close enough to get to Marigold and attack?
You can do whatever you like.
Okay. Well,
Kill
I
them
think
all.
I'll look at the blade in my hand, and I'll feel the energy pulsating from it. And I'll drop Trilby. No, I won't. I'll holster Trilby,
Oh.
and I'll reach into my pocket, and I'll pull out the Pomance pills and take them. And then I'll run to Marigold and try and stab her in the heart with the energy blade, with the energy sword from Halo.
Yes.
Halo.
All right, so first I'm going to need a luck roll
Why?
Of course you are. With
the
my
pills.
18 luck.
for the pills.
Oh.
I
Just
didn't
for the
18,
pills.
I got a 60. That's a
He
fail.
misses his mouth completely.
So the pills go down, and they taste quite sweet. As a matter of fact,
Then I have a heart attack and die.
they remind you of, they have sort of a licorice taste to them. And you realize with horror that these are
Viagra.
good and plenty candy that have clearly gone bad decades ago.
Well, fuck.
And you're pretty sure that, within the next 60 to 90 seconds, they're probably going to be coming back up. But meantime, that gives you 60 to 90 seconds to have at Marigold. And she is going to fight back.
But you have to say, have at you, and then run towards her.
How about
And
you?
I'll say, have at thee.
How about the...
Oh, and these.
So go ahead and
Have
and
at
do this.
thee.
So
Let us.
the blade is going to be... let me see. I think I still have that.
1d2 damage.
Open. This is going to be 1d8 plus
1d8.
plus damage bonus.
Okay. 1d8 plus damage bonus?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Excuse me.
Which, if you're lucky, is 1d4.
Okay.
All right. So let's see what happens. Energy sword from Halo.
I needed a 54. I rolled a 62. Can I spend luck in combat?
Yeah, we already established
Yep.
that you can
that's what
do
I
it.
thought. I will do it.
So you're going to
Oh.
spend
Oh, that's an
8 to make that a success.
I basically have 0 anyway. Who cares?
And she's going to fight back. So she just
And win.
needs a better success. So she's actually fighting back. And
Great.
basically the higher level of the success wins. If it's a draw, the initiator wins. And if both fail, no. But you've already made a success. So here we go. And she needed a 25. She rolled a 45, which is a fail. So, yep, you do 2 points of damage to her.
But energy
Plus
points.
bonus damage.
Well,
like-
actually, that was the damage bonus was supposed to be. But I think Roy probably has no damage bonus because he's just a normal human. So, it doesn't
But
really matter.
crazy energy
I have a
sword
1d4
Stupid
damage.
So,
normal
yeah,
human.
tell me what that looks like when you slaughter Marigold.
So as I stab, the energy sword pulsates in my hand, and there's a burst of light that comes from it.
And she shrieks as the blade pierces what she thought was an impenetrable hide that would somehow protect her. And from where you lanced her, you pull up, and the rest of her internal organs spill out in a black, bilious puddle
Free soup.
at your feet. Very slippery.
And then I vomit.
Yes.
And then the pills come up.
Yes.
the good and plenty.
You vomit just on her body as it hits the floor.
As Rocky sings, "Let's go out to the lobby."
Let's go out to the lobby.
Good and plenties.
Pippa,
I didn't do it.
your turn.
Exactly.
Okay, so he's on top of me as it is. Well, I got slid over, didn't I? Yeah.
You're basically next
Okay,
to Choo
yep.
Choo, but that doesn't really matter.
It's still close enough, yeah.
You do realize that the ghoul number 2,
Yes.
which was under your sway, is going right after you.
Yeah. I'm going to dominate them again because of the bonus that I get for already having dominated a creature.
No, the ghoul.
And then I also get to tell him what to do twice. Yes, I'm going to
Attempt to dominate the
attempt
ghoul
to
again.
dominate. Yes,
All right.
the same ghoul.
All right, power roll.
Needed a 65. I rolled a 25. That's hard.
I needed a 60.
Success.
I needed a 65. I rolled a 25. You needed a 60. You rolled a
Oh.
25.
Okay.
Because I rolled quickly.
Yeah.
Too quickly. So that's 2 hard successes. So this is initiator wins, right?
That's me,
Didn't we say?
baby.
In a tie. I think because opposed power rolls. Actually, I think in opposed power rolls, it's a little different.
Oh, now it's different. Well, I see how it
Well,
is.
it's not fighting.
It was the power rolls we did last time, though.
That's the power of rolls.
Oh, yeah, it's not fighting, though, is it?
Pow!
Come on.
Right in the kisser.
The higher raw skill ability score wins the tie.
Raw dog in it?
Raw dog in it.
So
But that's a skill though. That's a little different.
Yeah, that's weird.
Power rolls. We'll just go ahead and say you got it. So yeah.
Okay, ready?
You control him.
All together.
You got it.
Sick him, Cujo.
You got it, baby.
We
So-
practiced this.
So what would you like the ghoul to do?
Okay. I'm going to. Oof. No, I'm not going to have him do that to you, Rocky. You perv.
Oh.
Roy, yes, you can have it.
Ooh.
I won. I
Grab the
deserve
scepter.
it.
Ooh.
I'm going to send him towards Windflower.
Okay. All right, so he leaps to attack Windflower. And we'll go ahead and
It's
play
not
that
going to
out.
go well, but
Windflower and...
Best case scenario,
Ghoul
Windflower
2.
takes some damage. Worst case scenario, Windflower kills the ghoul and takes him off the field.
Right.
All right, so
Best case is it distracts him so we can get in better
the ghoul
positions.
needed a 40
True.
with his claw and rolled a 19.
Whoa.
Then needed a 40 and rolled a 98, a fumble.
He only has one claw, remember?
Yep. And,
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so we'll
Yep.
just say that second one was
But he
that.
does have the bite still.
And the bite. And actually, he won't be able to do the hold and bite because he's only got the one. Because he needs to hold.
Oh, you have to hold bite.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But he did
makes
manage
sense.
to do the 3 points there. Let's
just have to hold
see
down the
if
bite
he has a
button.
better level of success. So he's going
You
to
have to
attack back.
Click X.
So he actually 40 to 20. Ooh, the ghoul actually got the better of Windflower
Yep.
on that one.
Barely, though.
And that's a fail. So that is that. Can't really hold it. So in this case, it looks like Windflower is going to take
3
points of damage. And because they're both ghouls, that'll be normal.
Full damage.
Normal full damage. But it doesn't look as if Windflower is all that.
No, he doesn't care. He's got
troubled by it.
900.
He's more irritated.
See
than
the
anything
bar
else.
above his head? It goes,
It's a big bar.
It's a Dark Souls boss. We're all fucked.
yeah.
Maria is next. And
Do it, Maria.
she is going to... She actually whirls around as if she hears something from behind her.
Oh, God.
So we are in round 4. And Rocky, if
Round
you're going...
4, what?
You have your weapon still in your hand, your firearm. And assuming that... anybody else who needs to reload would would go in ordinarily in their dex order. So Rocky, you still got it. How many bullets you got left in that gun?
5. I'm halfway through the
5.
magazine.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to say, see the scepter fly through the air. I'm going to spin on my heels and follow it over. We're like, excuse me, but I believe you have something of mine. Now, I'm going to give you to the count of 5 before I shoot you for it, and I'm going to pull my gun up and go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just pull the trigger.
All right. And are you trying to shoot him or the scepter?
I'm trying at this point. I'm trying to shoot the scepter.
Okay. So you would probably benefit from aiming. And you would need to take a round to aim.
Okay.
If you do, you get a bonus die. Otherwise, you can just do a normal shot at the scepter.
I'm gonna take the normal shot. At this point, Rocky's kind of panicking.
Okay.
He knows that scepter is now in the very wrong hands, and more likely than not, Jason knows how to use it.
Okay. So as you're doing a normal thing without aiming, we're going to say that you'll take a penalty die because it's sort of on the move. And also it's in his hand sort of moving around.
Okay.
All right. So you'll take a penalty die on this particular thing. Yeah, we'll do that.
I needed a 78. I rolled a 57, which would be a success if I didn't have to do this. I rolled an 8, which makes it an 87, which means that is a failure.
And so your bullet pings off the wall behind Jason Windflower, and he laughs. Try harder, little boy.
All right.
And Choo Choo is standing there, and he's going to take a pot shot at Windflower, who is going to lash out and fight back. So Choo Choo fires his Luger Needed 58, rolled a 16. Hard success. 4 damage.
GG choo-choo.
Jason Windflower is going to lash out with a claw. Needed a 40, rolled a 58. Unable to do that because he was too concerned with having a discussion with Rocky. The bullet sinks in, but doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Just sort of sloughs off his skin, his tough hide. And we are on to Windflower, who is going to reach out and attempt to wring Choo Choo's neck.
No.
No, not Choo Choo.
So he ignores the ghoul.
That's right. The ghoul is right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to go after the ghoul.
Damage to him.
He's going to go after the ghoul.
Thank you.
Needed a 40, rolled a 48 with 1 claw. Needed a 40, rolled a 13 for 6 damage against the other one. And let's see if Ghoul 2 can fight back.
He only has 1 claw, remember?
1 claw, yep. Needed a 40, roll a 43. Does fail. He's going to take 6 points of damage. He's still there, but just barely hanging on.
Yeah.
So he's flagging fast. And next up, we've got Roy with a blade.
Well, you see it worked once.
Scream out Cortana and strike.
So I will attack Windflower with the blade.
All right.
If you swipe, you'll kind of like zoom forward.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Can I double dash?
Double dash.
This isn't Mario Kart.
All right. So let me see. I gotta check one thing here. And brawl attack. Okay, so this is a brawl attack on him. So actually, you're going to get a bonus damage on this.
This is cool. How will I roll that? Well, let's see if I succeed first.
Bonus die.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Oh, bonus
die. Yeah.
Okay. So I needed a 54. I got a 54, so I succeeded in the first place.
Take your bonus. Yeah.
And now it's no different.
44.
Right? It's a 44.
Right.
Yeah.
Nicely
So
done.
same level of
And
success.
he's going to fight back with his claw. Let's see what happens. Needed a 40, rolled a 5, which is extreme.
I'm dead.
And he just backhands you. And Roy's body goes flailing into the sarcophagus. Flops. The blade instantaneously goes away. It disappears. And Maria races towards the sarcophagus where Roy landed. It is now Pippa's turn.
In relation, because I had to use the restroom, I apologize.
I didn't even know you were gone.
Okay. I was hoping that would happen.
This is some intense shit,
I
man.
missed the whole battle that happened in between.
Cool.
So where am I in relation to Windflower? Did
Wherever.
he go past me? Okay.
Yeah, you're just right there.
I'm on the ceiling then?
Yep.
Looking down.
Finish him.
Well, then the only thing I can do... Well, you know what? It's not the only thing I can do. I'm going to go out with a bang, motherfuckers. No, I can't. Farfaneigen Harshnen. I'm going to cast Dominate.
On
Windflower.
Windflower himself. Okay.
I'm sure that your grin on your face, you're like, oh,
I
okay.
mean, the ghoul is still there.
Right, but the ghoul has hardly anything, and if I can get Windflower, he can take out the ghoul instantly, or I can, you know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Yep.
Can
So
tell him.
opposed by rolls. Let's go.
Windflower has the artifact, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
65. Needed 65. Rolled a 52. It's a success.
I needed a 60. I rolled an 8. A 68.
Yeah.
So I failed.
That's failed. Okay. So, he was able to resist your... Make sure to take your damage.
I'm doing it. I'm
Sanity
doing
and
it.
magic points.
By 69.
How many magic points you got left?
6.
Okay. drip and
I only
dry
start
there?
with 12, and I only had 9 when we started this. So.
Nice. Okay.
Or 8.
All right. So Pip is unsuccessful.
Just
The
choose to
ghoul,
start with more.
right?
10. Right?
The ghoul, who is now no longer in your sway, right?
Correct.
Turns on you.
Why? What did I
and-
do?
What did I do to you?
Come
And
on,
it's
bro.
going to pounce on you with its one claw. What do you want to do?
Shake his hand. The one that's missing.
Yeah. So you can fight back, dodge.
I'm gonna dominate again.
Okay.
As my fight back.
Yep.
That's
Gotcha.
my fight back.
Okay.
And my eyes are on fire. I'm so excited to be using this magic and having it course through my
Nice.
veins.
Okay. So we'll see who gets the higher level of success. So go ahead and
I need a 60. I rolled a 48.
I got a 40. I needed a 40. So
That's not power though. You
I
have
know.
to roll against
I know.
it.
I'm doing it. So I'm not going to do power versus power this time around because it doesn't really matter. It's he's trying to do claw and you're trying to spell to stop him. So,
got you.
Yeah, it's just basically two things.
So-
and so it's what matters is the level of success, not necessarily that it's
Gotcha.
versus. So
And the numbers don't matter. It's just the success itself.
right,
correct?
essentially,
Okay.
yeah. So in this case, you're fighting back, and
so he
in a
wins.
tie, initiator wins. So
Yes.
he rakes with his good claw across your back as you turn, and across your shoulder blade for 2 points of damage. How much do you got left?
1.
1 point of damage. So you are just about ready to kick in the towel here.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
fine.
Maria reaches. Yes.
Since I was not able to cast my spell,
Mhm.
do I still need to take away my magic point and my...
That's good point.
Sanity?
I would say yes, because you'd still. Actually, you know what? No, because
Okay.
your spell was disrupted. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Maria rushes to the sarcophagus containing Roy and attempts to do first aid.
Thanks.
Royal thanks.
Thanks a lot.
That's
First aid.
cool.
Okay, so it
Spanked.
must be blah, blah, blah. So this will take you up to 1 hit point. Okay, so we'll do that. Let's see how she does. Character sheet. And she applies first aid. Needed a 65, rolled an 83. So first aid
She
was
slipped
not
on the
successful.
slime and fell on Roy and hurt him more.
Yep. So she might need some help, which thankfully,
Did I say thanks? I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean thanks. Sorry.
without warning, a shadowy form leaps from the tunnel that leads back to DBRT Studios. Ah, shit. Officer Loliola exclaims. What have you tourists got up to now? Here I am, only 6 days from retirement. They brandish their service pistol, leveling it at the nearest enemy, which in this case would be the ghoul. Let's get
Who's
Loliola.
pretty close to death.
Let's get Loliola on the board here.
Yeah.
So this is going to be
Loliola.
a 9mm Glock. Pew! Needed 53, rolled a 6 extreme. The ghoul drops to the ground. Hole in the head. That's how we do it here in New York.
Kill those gray big dog guys.
These big old dog guys. We kill them good dead. All right, so
Two
we're gonna
Utes.
get to Loliola here. They have a dex of 80, which might sound familiar, right? All right, so we'll do Loliola and an 80. So we are in round 5. Rocky, you're up.
After seeing Roy fly across the room into that sarcophagus, I'm going to stop for a minute and I'm going to almost turn to run towards him, and then I'm going to spin back towards Jason, and I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to take all that anger and that rage and frustration, I'm going to channel it And I'm just going to very slowly gun down towards the scepter, and I'm going to burn my turn aiming at that rod. And I want to say, Officer, this might sound a little strange, but I would advise for you to shoot the long silver rod, not the monster.
Nice.
Shoot my rod.
Shoot your rod even. All right, we're going to go ahead and let you take that. So go ahead and take that with a bonus die right now, please.
All right. I rolled a 78. Nope, I clicked the wrong button again. God damn it. Force a habit. I needed a 78. I rolled a 17, which is a hard success.
All right. Can you improve that?
No, 17 stands.
All right, let's see if he can beat the hard success. And this is going to be, for him, a dex. So he's going to basically be attempting to try to maneuver out of your way.
Yeah.
You need an 85, you rolled an 87, a fail. The bullet strikes the scepter. And with a resounding crack, the scepter splinters apart, the intricately carved metallic frame demolished as topaz energy ripples from within to energize the cat's eye chrysoberyl gems to either end. These precious jewels hold their shape for a moment before exploding in a solar flare of eye-searing brightness. Bracing for an eruption of heat, you are surprised when crystallized ice forms in the air instead, the coldness clinging to your skin and frosting your hair. Striations of amethyst electricity sizzle through cracks in the floor as the ancient power once contained by the sigils is now free to hunt. Like a phosphorescent serpent, it eagerly gives chase to its prey. Roaring with rage, Jason Windflower, the self-made ghoul king of New York City, makes a mad rush at you, his massive talons outstretched and his maw opening wide for a bite. But the ley lines converge more quickly than he can move, delivering its holy vengeance, sheathing his legs, breaking down the sinew of his limbs, eating him alive. With great effort, he gurgles a last retort. Charles Blaine was delicious. His lips part with one last sadistic grin, then his left eye bursts like a rotten grape, oozing oily ichor down a cheek that is already cracked and frozen. The artifact's light consumes him entirely, but his forward momentum was so great it cannot be ceased entirely. Instead, the stiffened form of this once human totters precariously before you, before toppling over and shattering into 1,000 crystal shards. The sun sets on Manhattan once more. Yours just another tale told in a city with 1,000,000 of them. As the full moon rises to bathe the concrete jungle in pale blue phosphorescence, the sound of sirens spiral into the air, competing for attention, but they too will soon be forgotten. For nothing above, below, or upon these streets will much interest the local populace for more than a short span of time. Interest easily overtaken by the next murder in an abandoned alleyway, the next political scandal, the next skyrise set ablaze by neglect or arson. Forgotten pages of newsprint blow in the wind, constantly, paper tumbleweeds over which the throngs step without even looking down. The days when your heroic sacrifices would have been celebrated on statue placards in public parks are long gone. Eventually, no one will be left to remember your deeds, good or evil, for that is the way of all things. An uncaring cycle of neglect, rot, and a mouthful of cold dirt. Yet, despite this inevitable nothingness, there exists in the universe a propulsive energy. Call it God, call it fate, call it human nature, call it hope, that will continue to inspire investigators of the unknown like you to seek answers to questions others are too afraid to ask. Detectives of the dark, shining beacons of light onto the misdeeds of evil entities, for knowledge is more powerful than willful ignorance, and all we can do is learn and teach.
Beautiful.
Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft tapes. That's it.
Woohoo!
All right, guys. It's time for some recommendos. So let's power through these since we're getting a little bit late here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll some D100.
80.
Nice.
28. Gabe, 98.
98.
Nice. All right, so
I
Gabe,
rolled
you're going
a
to start us
4
off.
earlier.
It'll be Gabe, Matt, me, and then Brian. Go ahead, Gabe.
I'm gonna recommend something that most people probably at least have a semblance of, but I know it's kind of been in the back burner in the past years. I'm gonna go ahead and just recommend Bandcamp. As streaming of music becomes undeniably the only way that people do it, I think that Bandcamp offers a very good way for you to actually support musicians and exist in communities in which that they can curate and be and also interact with. I mostly use it for metal bands because they're of the music I like definitely the most active on there. So I just think it's a really cool website where you can buy your merch directly from them. You can get the songs there. You can get information about if they're going to tour, if they're going to do this, if they're going to do that, when releases are coming out. It's just a good website to categorize and keep everything about your favorite bands. I've been using it a lot. I didn't ever really use it in its like peak, but now it's kind of on the come down, and I've been enjoying it with what I've been using it for. So I do think it's a really good tool to actually support music that's being made, at least smaller bands. I mean, big bands aren't on there because why would they be?
Yeah.
And I don't really care about them. I don't care if I stream big bands' music because they don't need the money. So, yeah, I think it's just a good thing. It feels good to use it, and it's cool to be a part of these bands' communities. So that's Bandcamp.
Nice. Bandcamp,
You
yeah.
listen to mainly big band music?
Big bands.
Yeah,
Nice.
the squirrel nut zippers
Yeah.
are on
Yeah,
there.
heck yes. Heck yes. All right, thank you, Gabe. Appreciate that. We'll check it out. Bandcamp. One time at Bandcamp. Matt, go ahead and you're next.
All right. Tonight I got an indie release in early access, but fear not. Despite this game having just come out, it has plenty to do and plenty to see. It is called Planetcrafter, and what it is it is a space survival planet terraforming game where you play a convict who, in lieu of taking a sentence either in prison or somewhere less fun, have decided to volunteer to be a planet crafter, basically a person who is shot deep into space into a planet that shows promise but isn't quite there, and it's up to you to survive on what little you have and what you can find, and not only not die in your attempt to live on an alien hostile world, but to make it friendly. You go from having nothing to pumping enough oxygen into the atmosphere and increasing the temperature and adding an atmosphere, and it's a slow process, but it's a really satisfying process to see such big changes in the planet, such as going from having no atmosphere to having a blue sky to having clouds to seeing rainfall to having plants grow. It's a really cool journey to be a part of and witness, all while investigating this previously unknown planet, which has several hidden mysteries and untold tales for you to find. So there's a lot of exploration, a lot of planning and crafting, and it's a lot of fun, despite only being in early access. But what's there so far is a really good time, and if you're into those kinds of games, I can't recommend this game enough.
Cool.
What was the name of that again?
It's called Planetcrafter, and it is available on Steam for $20.
All right, Planetcrafter. Very nice. Thanks, Matt. Check that out. I'm going next, guys. And you know what? Adulthood doesn't have a whole lot going for it, I must admit. But one of the cool things you can do whenever is have breakfast for dinner.
It's true.
It is true. So whether it's a bowl of peanut butter Captain Crunch or a stack of pancakes, there's just something that seems so transgressive and naughty about having one meal in place of the other. Oh yeah, be bad. But my favorite dish, Kai Jiao. It's essentially a Thai omelet served over rice. Something so simple yet delicious that I make it about once a month. Now here's the recipe, okay? I know I gave you the pizza recipe before. This is a Kai Jiao recipe. First, cook some jasmine rice. Easy peasy. Then take a Thai spicy red pepper and slice that into thin little bits. And in a small bowl, mix up a tablespoon of water, a tablespoon of distilled white vinegar, a teaspoon of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Add the spicy peppers to that and let it sit. Now, in another bowl, whisk up 4 eggs and a tablespoon of that same fish sauce. Okay. Now stir in 2 thinly sliced scallions, green onions, along with some ground white pepper. Now, trust me, it sounds a little weird, but that white pepper is the magic stuff because it's so floral and fragrant, and it kind of plays off the funk of the fish sauce. It's pretty dang cool. Now, what you're going to do is get a skillet, like a cast iron skillet or a non-stick pan, and you're going to dump a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil in it. Seems like a lot, but you're going to need it.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it seems like a lot. It is a lot. And you want to heat that up on medium high until the oil is shimmering. Okay, you want to get it pretty dang hot because what you're going to do next is take your egg mixture that you had and you're going to pour that evenly on into the skillet. And what I do is I do like a kind of a spiral. And you want to pour it in slowly because you don't want all of the egg mixture to like sink to the bottom of the pan. Okay, as you pour it, it's going to sort of pillow up and have air cooked up underneath it. You're going to let that go for about a minute or so. And then you're going to carefully, this is the hardest part, use some tongs to flip it. And you kind of want to flip it away from you so that the oil doesn't splash back onto you. And it's a little
Flip it towards me. Got it.
Yep. It's a little tricky because if the egg hasn't quite set, then it can be very floppy. But if you get it just right, it'll flip over okay. And then do that other side for about a minute. Toss that onto a plate that has paper towels so it sops up all the oil. Let that sit for a minute. And when you're all set, scoop out some of the jasmine rice onto a serving platter. Tip over that omelet on top of it so it drapes over the top of the rice. And then you're going to want to take a few more sliced scallions and sprinkle it on top. On the table, you're going to have that sauce that you did, fish sauce with the scallions and everything in it, white pepper, and some sriracha, and serve it that way. And I got to tell you, once you get used to the steps, it's pretty easy. And there's really just very few ingredients if you follow those directions. And I think you'll agree with me that Kai Jiao is the best breakfast for dinner. If you like that sort of Thai food, so great. So, check it out, Kai Jiao. And that's Khai. Second word is Jiao, Jao. That's it.
Woo!
All right, Brian, we're on to you last.
Now I'm hungry, and it's 11:15
I
at
know.
night. Thanks.
There's always room for an omelet. Come on.
Mine is another product. It's brought to you by NetDot. Sorry, my writing's messy. They have all different generations. These are, I guess you could classify them as universal USB cables because the ends are magnetic. And each cable comes with 3 of the major USBs and a lightning cable. So you can use it with an iPad or iPhone. You have a USB-C and a micro. The great part about it is you plug the little USB-C right into your device and it stays there. When you need to charge it, you just get the cable remotely close and it magnetizes right to it, and it's a fast charger. They have several generations. I got the Gen 12, which is the newest gen, and it's got the data and rapid charging built into it now. It's got a little bit better technology into the cable. Holy crap, these are great because I can use one cable to charge my controllers, to charge my headset, to charge my phone, my watch, everything I need to in one spot. So definitely check them out. They're not very expensive. The only thing I did notice when I went to order these is when I ordered the previous generation, they had a 9-foot version, which I like because that if I'm playing a game or something, I can keep the headset plugged in and charging while I play. And the magnet is nice. So if you forget it's plugged in and you go to get up and it just pops right off and you don't rip everything out of the socket. But they right now I only see that they have a 6-foot 6-inch, which is still pretty decent length. So check them out. It's NetDot. They're magnetic USB cables, and they come with all the ends and tips that you could need. So,
All right.
yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Brian. We'll check that out. Hey, guys, that's it for this case of the Lovecraft tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com with links to all our socials, including Discord, Reddit, YouTube, Twitch, and much, much more. You can find me on Twitter at lovecrafttapes.
And if anybody wants to compliment me on how well I was rolling throughout that whole thing, you can just send that love to at the real weird kid on Twitter.
And if anybody wants to find out if I'm gonna somehow survive, you can't come to me at Lovecraft Gabe.
I want to hear some shout outs at I Cast a Spell, guys. Give me some shout outs at Brian Podcast.
Until next time, roll for sarcophagus. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching
Bye,
Pro
thank
CT for
you.
Breakfast Obsidian Phoenix.
Whoop, whoop.
Appreciate all the attention.
time.
Yeah. We will see you soon. We're actually on Double Vision tomorrow, and then we're going to take a bit of a break. So have a good night, guys. We'll talk to
Good
you
night.
soon. Bye.